this fight is interesting because both Barack and myself actually were at this fight in Houston at Minute Maid Stadium. It was about 45,000 people in attendance. It was good energy, Barack, good atmosphere that week, that fight week.
It was great. I think it was just a setup. I don't want to call Kirkland just an opponent, but I think it was really just a setup for the next fight, with Cotto, the lineal middleweight champion.
Well, yeah, I mean, he definitely was an opponent. He was Canelo's opponent for that night. It depends on what you mean when you say opponent. Nevertheless, listen, Kirkland.
Opponent is somebody that just came to lose. Everybody
Yeah,
expects to lose. Right.
right. But Kirkland himself, in his own head, he definitely came to win. And shout out to Eric Mays there. I mean, at that point, our relationship with Canelo wasn't where it is today, but we started to develop
Yes.
that. And Eric Mays, who was with Under Armour at the time, is a guy that signed the endorsement deal with Canelo. So I remember being in Eric's hotel room. I seen Canelo's boots and all his gear. Actually, was wearing Canelo gear that weekend because we got some from Under Armour. So I think that's when we started the whole pro Canelo support, so to speak.
Yeah, that's when you started butt kissing Canelo. I was still neutral. I was still neutral.
Right. Yeah, I was being strategic. You know what I mean? Supporting the winner.
You was Don
Long
King.
behold,
You was Don King that night.
long behold, you know what I mean? He's the face of boxing today, so I guess it was a smart
Right.
choice, Barack.
Right. Right,
No, never.
absolutely. You remember that was also the time when I used to sign like 100 autographs, like people were taking pictures of
Yes.
me. This is even before I believe we got on the radio, before we had any kind of notoriety in boxing. People just
Yeah.
would see me at fights with a credential and thought I was somebody and would take
Yeah.
pictures
No.
and
No.
I'd
No.
sign
No. I
autographs
mean,
all day.
listen, we literally, when that fight was over, we were with our friend Hollywood Hino, who's a celebrity trainer, trains Drake, Kevin Hart, and all those guys. He also met us in Houston. And while we were walking away after the knockout, Barack stopped at least 10 times to take pictures with people, to sign autographs. I don't know if they thought he was a football player. I don't know whether
I
he was a
don't know.
boxer, but he was something important. That's interesting about the Mexican fan base. They're not sure.
Yeah.
Uh, they won't be sure who you are, but if you look like somebody and people start surrounding themselves around you, they're gonna attack and take pictures and autographs. I
So
have
okay,
actual
so you just
video.
threw that on all Mexicans now. All right? Like
No, 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 no,
you just
no.
threw that on the whole Mexican community.
Not all, but a lot of them. But I have footage.
Right.
I'm gonna post it on Instagram. I think I still have footage of that because I recorded that moment. You guys are gonna get a kick out of that, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this fight is about to go down, man. Look, Kirkland was game over, Rock. I mean, this dude, he
Yeah.
came there to win. He definitely came there to win. So
Oh.
I don't know who expected him
The,
to, but he's still a dangerous fighter because he
no.
can punch with both hands.
He is a dangerous fighter, but see, this was like his second fight without Ann Wolf. And you know what happened with his first fight in 2011 against Ashita? He knocked him
Yes.
out in the first round. So, I mean, we can't always say it's just because of that, because in the first round, if you get clipped, you don't blame the trainer,
No,
but
that's getting
that
cooked cold.
was yeah, and that was everybody's thinking. Like, okay, you got this new trainer, Rick Morones. No one's ever heard of him, and you got rid of Ann Wolf. That's the only time you've ever been successful. So this was big coming in. This story was big coming in, and people thought he was going to lose just because of that.
Oh, we were ringside too. I mean, JJ
Yeah.
Watts was sitting right next to me during this fight, and I remember it started off with a band, Barack. The crowd was going crazy, but I love how Canelo stays in the pocket during this fight. Like, he obviously
Mm.
can box and is a good defensive fighter, but a guy like Kirkland, he's not even going to give you any room to breathe. So you have to be able to stay in there in the pocket and bang with him for a little bit. And that's what Canelo did, especially in his first round.
Right, right. And I remember a lot of people were saying, even the commentators were saying that Canelo was hurt. I don't think Canelo was ever hurt during this fight. I think he was, just trying to get his composure, and he was strong enough to hold him, when he got too close. But the thing was, I think he realized not just by studying tape, but he realized that this guy comes in very, very square. So that right uppercut was just there. So that's why he started throwing that right uppercut real early in the fight.
Right. Yeah. No, I
There it
agree
is
with you.
right there.
In fact, I don't think I've watched this fight
See,
on camera.
right there, he's hurt. Right there, he's hurt.
Oh,
Right there, right there, Kirkland
Kirkland,
is
you
hurt.
mean?
You
Oh, for
usually
sure.
when a fighter says, "Yeah, come on," that means he's hurt.
You know, for sure, indeed. And here's the thing, like, I mean, obviously he's
Wow,
hurt because he just
wow,
got tapped. That right.
right. Yeah, he set him up. He set him up with a fake to the body, with a fake touch to the body. Let him drop his hands because Kirkland kept trying to swat his punches, and then a right hand over the top.
And that's one of Canelo's actually one of his tools that he uses a lot. He looks down and shoots up. He does that often.
Yes,
He did it with Kovalev for his last fight, scoring that big knockout. But yeah, Kirkland is definitely hurt throughout this whole fight, in my opinion. The two
yes.
and a half rounds that it lasted, he was hurt. But I didn't see Canelo hurt. But as I was saying earlier,
No.
I've never watched this fight on like the broadcast of it because watching it live, I think that was enough for me. This is my first time actually watching this fight on TV,
I
so I don't
watched it
know
a lot
what
of
the
times
commentators are
because
saying. Ooh,
I was in
good
contact.
left hook
I
to the
was in
body.
contact. Yeah, I was in contact with Kirkland. So I watched it so I can give him pointers. I gave him some advice. I told him he's flat foot and
Oh,
stuff like that over Instagram. Oh, he's
right,
just and this right here. Now this is crazy
pummeling
because
him.
boom, the bell rung, but he actually could have stopped it. The referee could have stopped it
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
was over a dozen unanswered punches.
I actually thought that he stopped the fight initially when I was at the arena and I watched the end of that round. I thought he waved the fight off, but he's actually waving the round off and sending Kirkland back to his corner. But I mean, 10 seconds left in that round, he probably would have went down. The fight probably would have been over. Like the body, the combinations were so crisp and on point. Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. I mean, to be honest with you, all due respect to Kirkland, but it's just he he never had a shot in this fight.
No.
Oh man, that straight right is beautiful right there. I mean, and that was just an arm punch. Like he didn't put much behind it, but Kirkland was already hurt, as he talked about it earlier, Barack.
Yeah, absolutely. And see, look, he just touched him on the body, make him
Yeah,
drop
a
his
little
hands,
small,
boom, flush.
small little body shot, a little short right hand. Yeah, you see that Canelo jacket? I actually still have that.
All right, so he
Look
comes
at,
out. I mean, Kirkland comes out. He's still very flat-footed. He's not on the balls of his toes, and his back
well,
foot is his left foot. Look.
right. Oh,
He switches to
well,
like an orthodox style so many times because he overthrows his
well,
left hand.
yeah, but truth is, Barack, he's never been a guy that fought on his toes much. He's always been a flat-footed fighter. It's just who he is.
Right. I know.
With a guy like Canelo, with a guy like Canelo, um, the worst thing to do is be flat-footed. The only guys that ever give Canelo any trouble are guys that have a lot of lateral movement and know how to use their legs. But if you stay in front of this guy, he's an offensive machine from different angles. It's tough to deal with.
Yeah. Basically, this
And,
was just target practice for Canelo because at the end of the fight, I think he landed probably 60% of his power punches.
power
This
shots,
was
yeah.
really target practice for him.
And he was, a lot of people were saying that Canelo seems like he got tired in this fight. But to be honest with you, first off, when you got a guy on top of you like that, right, that's exhausting. And I think Canelo was catching and shooting. I don't really see where he was tired in this fight at all. I just felt like he was doing what he had to do against that type of style. Like, the guy's literally on top of you. Even Hurts. I mean, you got to give credit to Kirkland for his heart. Even getting pummeled the way he
Yeah.
was and hurt, he's still right in front of Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, but not effectively. Not effectively. Your
No,
hands are
no.
down. He's overshooting his left hand, and his left leg keeps coming forward. He's very very square. Canelo is really catching and moving, and really just waiting for that shot. But Canelo did get a
Yeah,
little winded. That's why he needed a break. He even said afterwards that he threw a lot of shots, so he got a little tired.
yeah,
Once he
yeah.
got
I
that
mean,
second
but
win, he comes right back at him.
Right, but that's when you prove that you have condition where
Wow.
you might have a rough moment in a round where you lose a little win, but you get it right back because you have that condition in you where you can dig deep. And I think that Kirkland, yeah, obviously wasn't effective, but nevertheless showed a ton of heart being right in front of a boxer puncher like Canelo like that. Not be after being hurt, after being down, not gunshot, not worried about, not gunshot, not worried about getting hit again. He's like, yo, I'm here to fight, and he's always been that type of fighter. So you always have to give
Oh,
that type of fighter a certain level of respect. Good, crispy right
no.
uppercut. I've always loved that right uppercut that Canelo throws. Right there, that one. He missed that one, but
I mean, he missed a lot of them. He missed a lot of them because I don't know why he missed them, but he threw a lot of them because he was so square. Kirkland was so square and so open for that uppercut. He had to throw it, so he probably threw maybe 8 to 10 that particular round.
at this point right here, Kirkland's new trainer was thinking in his head, all right, this is going to be my last fight with Kirkland. The one before this didn't go too well. Looks like this one is going to end the same way. And I think, if I'm not
No,
mistaken, he went back to Ann Wolf, right?
yeah, he did. But what's crazy is that he has this hype man in his corner saying, "Hey, he's never fought a fight like this before. He never fought a fight like this before." My man, he
What?
knocked out 31 people before that. This is just going to be number 32 knockout right here.
Yeah, like what are you talking?
What are you
There it
talking
goes
about?
right there. There it goes right there. Look, Barack. Same punch, same punch that he landed against Kovalev, where he looks, his eyes are looking at the left body, and he throws the hook upstairs. That's one of his secret weapons, and it always works. That was a beautiful left hook, landed right on the button. All right, so this is round number 3, right? If I'm not mistaken.
This is the third round.
Third
50
round. This is
Cent,
where
I
the
know
fight
he's in the
ends.
crowd. Right, 50 Cent's in the crowd, and I know he's promoting Kirkland, and I know right now he's like, oh my God.
Oh well. He even, we've had conversations with 50 about this fight. He said, "Listen, I mean, he knew that he was in there with a savage, and but Kirkland wanted
Yeah.
to fight, and 50 did say that he made money off of this fight. At least it was a good promotion for him, and SMS promotion.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is just typical brawler versus a thinking fighter. Canelo, even
Right.
though he can come forward, he's really a counterpuncher, and he definitely showed it this fight.
Yeah, I mean, you had to, but I mean, obviously, I think this type of opponent is tailor made for a Canelo, like you said, Barack. I mean, he's a thinker in there and a counterpuncher. So guys that fight with the style that Kirkland is fighting, they're pretty much target practice for a guy like Canelo, because they're not defensive fighters. They're perfect for a counterpuncher, and obviously that's why
Yeah,
Canelo capitalized on this, on his style.
and
But
right,
perfect opponent.
yeah, right now Kirkland is just pity
Oh,
patting,
left
which
hook,
is not
left
really.
foot.
He's not putting
That
anything
was a
behind any
perfect
of the
check hook.
punches. He's just pity patting right now.
That was a perfect check hook there. That's what started. That was the beginning of the end. There was a check hook a few minutes ago that he landed that hurt Kirkland, even though he's still right there. And was
Oh, finally landed that uppercut the way he wanted to.
beautiful.
Once
Yep,
again.
that's the punch that he was trying to land throughout the whole fight. Yeah, I mean, the beginning of the end, but I think the first, as soon as he signed his contract, was the beginning of the end for this fight. And there goes
Oh,
that
there you
big
go.
right hand. I mean,
Wow.
we knew it was over from that. The way his body spinning, the way he fell to the canvas, we knew this
Yes.
fight was over at that point. It was a hell of a devastating, sensational knockout scored by Canelo Alvarez, pleasing the big Mexican fan base that was at Minute Maid Stadium that day. They were very happy. And Canelo, as always, a gentleman, doesn't want to hurt fighters, likes knockouts and scoring them, but afterwards, he's definitely always concerned, as he was against Khan, when fighters get knocked out viciously like that. Says a lot about who he is
Yeah.
as a person.
And another thing, that was another one of his signature moves. He taps the body. I mean, he really was a fake to the body because Kirkland kept dropping his hands trying to hit every shot. So he faked him to the body, came up on top, knocked him out. At that time, it was his most vicious knockout until he fought
Yeah.
Khan. When he fought Khan, oh
Right.
my God, that
That
was
was
that
even
was a
scarier.
vicious knockout.
Yeah.
Right, especially
No,
since he
that
really wasn't beating Khan up the way he was beating Kirkland up. So it was
no.
straight one punch knockout.
No, and here's the thing. It's not like Canelo has round had moments in that fight. Definitely had moments in that fight, but Canelo's a thinker, like you said, and a counterpuncher. And I think that maybe in the third, fourth round,
Look,
you started to see Canelo.
wow.
Oh yeah, that uppercut was beautiful. That's the first knockdown of this third round.
And that
We
was
knew
a
he
counter.
wasn't.
It was a counter
Yeah,
uppercut.
and here's looking to the body again,
Fake
tap
to
to
the
the
body.
body. Yep, fake to the body,
Wow.
and
Oh,
beautiful right hand upsets. Oh my goodness,
and
the
then
way
duck
that
under.
body, the way Kirkland spinned and fell, you already knew it was over. But I'm telling you, that is one of his murder weapons. Like he'll make you really think that he's going downstairs. Look at his head and his eyes. His eyes are looking down. What a
Right.
beautiful placed right hand. Hell of a knockout.
I mean, I believe after this is when, he started to get more fame. Canelo started to get more fame because in reality, this was on May 9th in 2015. And the
Right.
reason why it wasn't on Cinco de Mayo weekend, which should have been his, is because Mayweather owned the two Mexican holidays, Cinco de Mayo and
Well,
the
if I'm not
Mexican Independence
mistaken,
Day in September.
I think he just. I think Floyd had fought a week before that, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
What?
He fought Manny Pacquiao, so there was
Manny
no
Pacquiao.
way
It was a
he
Manny
can go up
Pacquiao. Yeah.
against Floyd. Exactly. But
Right.
after
Right.
this
That
is
was a
when
week.
this is when he started to claim both Mexican holidays.
Right. Right. And yeah, but this fight definitely put Canelo up a few notches, in as far as stardom, like because it was a beautiful display of power punching there, man. Look, Kirkland there's not even doesn't even know what happened. He's asking what the hell happened. Got knocked into next week. But yeah, man,
Well,
Canelo. I think that was the beginning of stardom, man. So thanks for tuning in and watching.